It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning and welcome to the morning show. I'm David Stroud here with Scooter Scott Callies. Whoop whoop! I haven't done that in a minute.
It's been a minute.
Yeah.
Yes. That is awesome. I
Right?
like your minute. I like your minutes.
Hope everybody's doing well this very freezing morning.
It is cold.
It's very cold.
It was, what, 13 when I came in or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Frost all over the truck. Had to remote start it. Get the frost off the windshield so I could see. Very dangerous to try to drive with frost on your windshield.
I pre-started my truck early, and then it died, and I had to pre-start it again.
Right?
You know, because it'll only go on for, what, 15 minutes or something, so.
Yeah. We got this RV at the lot that we use to block the driveway.
Yeah.
Block the driveways. And we don't know if maybe it being so cold, condensation, fuel lines, whatever, but we couldn't get it to start to move it. And
Oh, no.
you have slides, and they have slide toppers, and we're pulling them all in for the storm that's coming, and it's coming, people. And the RV engine has to be running for the slides to come in.
Oh, really?
And so we were trying to find an override. We think there should be a way to manually pull them in, but we thought, let's just wait till tomorrow. But yeah, I mean, why would you do that? I have talked to some RV manufacturers and say, why would you do that? Why would you make it where?
The engine has to be running.
On that particular unit, the engine has to be running.
That shouldn't.
And you have to have the coach batteries on. You have to have that turned on, e-brake on, and then you can bring the slides in and out. But if the engine won't start because of something's happened, and I'd say just the freezing cold and it just sitting, and then starting it and stopping it, starting it and stopping it, it's gas.
Okay.
And so maybe just water in the tank. It got in the lines. I don't know. I have to flush it out. It's gonna be fun. Yeah. This kind of weather wreaks havoc on a vehicle that sits.
Oh, it does,
Yeah.
by far, and especially your batteries.
Yeah.
When it
it'll
starts
zap
getting
'em.
this cold, if your battery's got a cell that's a little weak, it'll
Yep.
kill a battery quick.
Yep. It sure will. But yeah, we'll talk about snowpocalypse coming up here pretty soon.
Snow apocalypse.
Snowpocalypse, buddy.
Snowpocalypse.
It's coming.
All right,
I tell
we'll
you
go with
what.
that. I like that.
And, we were talking about earlier before the show started is that normally on Tuesday we do the weather, and then by Thursday when I come back in, everything's changed.
Yeah.
But I was saying since Sunday, but it might have been since Saturday that they've been forecasting this, and it has not changed. And Scooter said, no, what they keep doing is increasing the accumulation results.
Yeah, now 3 to 9 inches or something.
Right.
Crazy.
Yeah. It's going to be fun.
I don't see us, and I'll go ahead, well, since we're bringing it up, I'll go ahead and talk about it for a minute, but
Yeah.
I don't see us getting the 9 inch, and I may be wrong. I don't think that we are
Oh,
on
you better pull up the thing and put it over the top of you. I could be wrong. This might be the first time. You need to pull it up. Come on. But there you go.
Wait, it's
but
over
we're gonna
you.
put this
All
over
right,
on his.
all right, I'll move
I'm
it,
gonna
I'll
go
move
this
it.
way,
Let me find it.
and then you can say your statement.
There we go. How's
There.
that?
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so here's my thing. All right. We are right at the top of this big path going through.
Yeah.
Down south of us, I think is going to get further hit, and I know south of that is going to be more ice in the South Arkansas. And
I hope not.
They're saying up to a quarter or so, but where we're at, I mean, we're going to get some snow. There's no doubt, but I don't see us getting the large majority of it.
Yeah.
It's going to be further south of us.
All right. You heard it here first, but he
Yeah.
could be wrong.
You never know. You never know.
I hope south of us don't get ice like maybe they're expecting, because you remember the ice storm of 09.
Oh yeah, it's
Nobody wants that.
no, and they're not talking about that much. I mean, they're talking about a quarter of an inch, but yeah.
Still can weigh
Still,
down some lines and.
and it can be treacherous driving.
Mm-hmm.
So as cold as things have been, when it starts coming down, it's going to stick.
Yeah.
The good news is Saturday and Sunday we got 45.
Yep.
So that's going to help depending on how much snow we get, how much will melt and refreeze at nights, but
We shall see.
we shall see.
But typically around here, you get the snow, it stays for a day or two, and then it starts to melt off.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine. Everything's fine.
Walking apart. Gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Gonna be fine. All right, we better start our show.
Hospice of the Ozarks, they sponsor the morning prayer. Since 1979, they believe that every individual is unique, special, and worthy of quality end-of-life care. Hospice matters. The end of life deserves as much beauty, care, and respect as the beginning. Still a non-for-profit 501c3, there has never been a charge to a patient or their families for hospice care. And this commitment remains a part of their mission. Pause now. Dear Lord, please watch over everybody during this winter storm that's coming through. Find them a place to go. Warming shelters if they don't have a home. People that can help them with food and clothing. And just, make sure that everybody makes the right decision on what to do when it comes in. Stay home if you can, and try not to be out on the roads. First responders will be out there doing what they can to help people that happen to have to get out and something happens. But everybody just be mindful and be careful. And watch over our students while they, get out of school a little bit early today here in our area, but elsewhere when decisions are made. Watch over our first responders during this time and our military that are out in harm's way for our freedoms. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Hospice of the Ozarks. Give them a call at 870-508-1771. Ask them about respite care. When you're taking care of a loved one, sometimes you need a break. As Scooter always says,
got to take care of yourself first before you can take care of others.
That's right. And it's okay to. Don't feel bad about that. Give them a call, 870-508-1771. We'll pause now for a little break from Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z Team.
And welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Bob and Linda Zadora, the Z Team, for all your real estate needs. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. Realtors you'd recommend to a friend. We recommend them because you want a professional trying to sell your home or when you're trying to buy a home. There's a lot of different rules, regulations, inspections that need to be done for different lenders. You're going to want to make sure that someone knows what they're doing when it comes to that.
There is no doubt. And let me tell you, they really want to help.
Yeah.
They don't just want to sell you a home just to sell you a home. They want to help find the right home for the right time of your life, and or this time of your life.
Right.
And, they will help make a difference. Just give them a call.
Definitely. 870-405-0793. You can go to retiredarkansas.net where you can find their listings, the ML listings, and this beautiful view. Look at that.
Dun, dun, dun.
That is Cotter, Arkansas, the horseshoe bend to the White River, brought to you by the Z Team on their website. Live views 24/7, and that is an amazing view. Buddy, you can't see, but we're waving at Dani Pugsley. But you can go to retiredarkansas.net and find their listings, the MLS listings, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. They're involved in a lot of programs and events around. They're not just realtors. They're also your friends, your neighbors that want to be involved with what's going on. They can tell you a lot about it. They've got videos about it on there. And, they're just great people. And that's what you want in a realtor. You want somebody that when you see them in Walmart, they don't duck and run. They wave at you and come over and ask how you're doing.
You're excited to see them.
Exactly. Very good. This is another shot. There's two camera views that this one moves around different areas, zooms in and out. And look at the smoke.
On the water.
That's beautiful, isn't it?
That's pretty cool.
Buddy, tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good chance that we maybe do a show, maybe not.
We'll see what we get.
It's playing by ear?
Yeah.
Okay. So if they do, he'll have this view tomorrow with Bob, and we get to see it covered in snow.
There you go.
But you can also go to it yourself, retiredarkansas.net. Let's take a look at the weather brought to you by the Z Team. In Mountain Home, it's 13, Harrison at 14, Batesville at 15, Yellville at 13, Marshall at 14, Salem at 12, Mountain View at 14, Calico Rock at 13, West Plains, Missouri at 12, Springfield at 16, Poplar Bluff at 18, and St. Louis at 8.
8. Ooh,
Yes,
that
sir.
hurts.
I tell you what, it's cold up there.
Start
Now,
getting into single digits. That's not good.
That's when I'm staying indoors.
You can see what's coming up right
Yep.
now through Oklahoma and starting to build.
It looks like it's going to be hairy.
Area.
National
What is that
Weather Radar shows.
saying?
Look at all that activity. See that purple? That's the ice, isn't it?
Yeah. And
So
the
the pink-
blues, the snow.
The blues, the snow. You can see it's rolling through most of the northern part of Texas into southern Oklahoma. All of this is going to be stretching across the state. And as Scooter said, down south they're going to get more accumulation. And you can see how it starts to head east. And it's going north-northeast, but it looks like it's going to start heading more east. And that swath of ice be down here at the bottom. We're going to go ahead and roll in here. You can see there's some activity across North Dakota and South Dakota. They're always getting it about this time of year too. See, look at that as it rolls in. And it stops there about 1 o'clock. But you can see that most of it, I'm just going to go ahead and jump this to right there. There we go, look at that.
What's that, 1 o'clock?
That's 1 o'clock.
Yeah.
So, good idea to be prepared. If you got to go to Walmart, go ahead and get that done in the afternoon if you can. But I think that
When you look at hourly, it's showing probably around 6 o'clock or
around
so.
6 o'clock.
Yeah. It's
All
what
right.
they're thinking.
Wow, look at the state. Winter storm warning across all of Arkansas. Winter weather advisory just a little bit down there in the southeastern part of the state, but stretching up into Missouri and almost all of Oklahoma. I mean, look at that, Tennessee. It's going to be a huge winter storm. 7-day forecast. Please hold. I've got a lot of tabs open today, Scooter. Winter storm warning, sunny. Let's see. It starts off sunny, then slight chance of snow at 20%, Scooter. And then
Yeah.
tonight, 100% chance of snow. Low of 26. Friday, we've got heavy snow, then cloudy, high of 33. Friday night, low of 19, mostly cloudy. Saturday, high of 40, sunny. So there you go. Then you can have a little burn off. Saturday night, low of 22, mostly clear. Sunday, high of 42, mostly sunny. Sunday night, low of 22, partly cloudy. And Monday, high of 36 and sunny. So this is what Scooter's talking about. It snows really good, and it's really cold Friday night. And then Saturday, it warms up, and it starts to melt off, but then it drops at 22 again Saturday night, so is some of that going to freeze?
The refreeze
Yeah.
can be pretty tough because then that's where the black ice starts popping up and stuff like that.
There you go.
All that soft snow that was giving you a little bit of traction now has become solid.
Yep. So be very, very careful. Thinking that, it's all, well, not all, but it's melted off. And then that night you go out, it can get you. Norfolk Lake water level is at 553.84. Level is 1.84 feet above full. The full pool, as of yesterday, they were generating 2. Bull Shoals Lake water level. Please hold. 657.67. It is 1.33 feet below full pool, and as of yesterday, generating 8. You can contact them at 870-431-5311, maybe later on in the afternoon. It depends on when they update it to see if they'll have today on there. Oh, there we go. And that is Look at Your Weather, brought to you by the Z-Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. Give them a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net. Find their listings, the MLS listings, those beautiful views, and a plethora of information about the Ozarks. And we'll take a break.
Take a break. Come back with community news.
Yeah. Brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn.
Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
Oh, honey, we've had such a wonderful vacation here in the Ozarks. I really hate to go home.
I know. The lakes, the rivers, they've all been great for fishing. Oh, and the boating and the swimming.
And the people are so nice in the stores and restaurants.
Let's call an agent and see if we can make Mountain Home our new home.
Call the Z-Team, 870-405-0793. Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East, Mountain Home.
870-405-0793. Hello, Z-Team?
When you're out of town.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. This part of community news is brought to you by Ozarks Farm and Lawn, the dealership that deals. They're located at 4423 Highway 62 West here in Mountain Home, Arkansas. You can't miss them. A sea of orange Kubotas and blue New Hollands. I can't pass by without looking over there. I do. I've worked out there at Blue Compass, and when you go by, it's just stretched from one end to the other.
I do have to say, and I drove through their lot yesterday, and I stopped and talked to them and looked at. They have added to their entourage of stuff.
Of
now,
all the things.
Now they've added construction equipment.
Yeah.
And they've got a Bobcat that is really, really cool.
Yeah.
And I got up on it and looked at it and stuff. It's got the high tracks and everything on it and all the fancy controls. And then they had a little excavator that's got like this little computer screen on it and all this. I mean, it's pretty fancy.
Cool. Yeah.
It's pretty cool, I'm telling you.
And
it's
them
pretty
things
neat.
will work.
It was too cold for me to get out there and want to play on it, though. I'll have to admit. I'll have to go back out when it warms up a little bit and go play on one. But it's really, really cool. I mean,
very cool.
And the two he had there were Kubota.
Yeah.
And great equipment, great looking equipment. He's actually sold quite a few already.
Good.
So if you're looking for some construction equipment,
yeah,
you can go Ozark Farm and Lawn, and they got you taken care of.
Very good. They got RTVs and 0 turns. Right now, very good deals. 0% APR for 84 months with approved credit. You can see they have different, little tractors that are on sale. $248 a month, $304, $402. Go by and see them though, because these aren't the only ones that they've got, and that's pretty cool. Got construction equipment now. Got implements, different attachments. Big parts department and service department if you need something fixed.
Being Kubota, it's going to last.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, all their
tractors in general, for the most part.
Yeah.
I mean, you see them old Ford ones that still demand a good premium, and they're 50, 60 years old, and they're still going. But, every once in a while you need to get a hydraulic line or maybe put some brakes on
happens.
it.
I mean, maintenance, things wear out over time. I mean, it's just part of it.
You got wear and tear items on everything.
Yep.
Yeah, very good. Give them a call, 870-425-3434. Go to ozarksfarmandlawn.com, but better yet, just go by and see them at 4423 Highway 62 West. And in community news, this is a shame, but I can understand it.
I get it.
The Paul Bunyan breakfast postponement due to the storm forecast for this week and the possibility of hazardous driving conditions. The Knights of Columbus is postponing this Saturday's Paul Bunyan breakfast. The breakfast will be rescheduled for February on a date to be announced soon. The Knights of Columbus, thank you for your continued support.
He came in and brought in the sheet, and I had a tear in my eye, and I told him, I gave him a hard time. I will say that.
Totally understandable, though.
I get it.
They wouldn't want you out on them roads trying to come in. Yeah.
So I asked him, I said, what am I going to eat now?
Right. But basically, community news is just full of cancellations already.
It is. I mean, and rightfully so. I mean, it's
just going on one of the pages, business closings, fit women's class at the Vamp Mater Center, Senior Center, Rosa Chiropractic is going to be closed. A ton of schools, Coach Public, Dora, Eminence, Gainesville, Koala Bear, Koshkonong, Ludi, Mark Twain, Mountain Grove, Mountain View, Southwest Baptist University, Thornville, West Plains, Willow Springs. It just goes on and on that, you've got other Baxter County retiree, teachers meetings canceled, high school basketball, Calico Rock is postponed.
Mountain Home's getting out early today. They get out at 1:30.
Yeah. So it's just, it's coming.
Yeah.
You know it's coming.
The
We know
storm's
it's
coming.
coming. It's coming. So that's your community news for now. Everything's canceled.
There you go.
Canceled. Stay home. All right, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back with the Mountain Home High School Assistant Principal, Philip Goodwin, and the CEO, Chamber President, Dani Pugsley.
Be right back.
All right.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as it would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite, climate-controlled, and air-filtered boarding facility in the area, with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Providing caring, compassionate services at an affordable price is our goal at Connor Family Funeral Home. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that treats our friends and neighbors just like family, with a wide range of services and options to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area. Connor Family addresses all the details with no hidden fees, so you can rest assured that you are treated like family for a more personalized and worry-free service. That's Connor Family Funeral Home, where compassion and affordability meet, located in Mountain Home.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment, their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Even on the most perfect day, the unexpected can happen. But with just one call to their local Red Ribbon expert at Overhead Door, they can get their garage door fixed or replaced in a jiffy.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home. Experience.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. We're visiting with Mountain Home High School Assistant Principal Philip Goodwin and our CEO Chamber President Dani Pugsley. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Good morning. Thanks for having us.
Yeah. Have you been on before?
I have before for track, yes.
Well, I've never met you, so I like to start off with asking who you are, how long you've been with the school, how you became, or what were you doing before you became the assistant principal?
Okay. Well, my name's Philip Goodwin. This is my 20th year in education, my 17th year in Mountain Home High School. I coached for a long time. You know, I coached track and field, coached football, and then got out for a couple of years, and I'm back coaching track and field as an assistant principal. This is my 4th year as an assistant.
Yeah.
Administration is different from the classroom. I do miss that.
Yeah. Family?
I have a wife. She's the principal at Hackler Intermediate, Kristen Goodwin.
Okay.
And I have a freshman at ASU and a freshman at Mountain Home High School.
Very good. Yeah. Well, I'm happy that you're joining us this morning.
Thank
a lot
you.
to talk about. Dani, you've been on many, many times.
A few.
But let's pretend like you haven't, and that we've got new neighbors moved into the area.
Okay.
Tell them about yourself.
What do you want to know?
Everything.
So I'm Dani Pugsley, and I am the president and CEO of the Mountain Home Area Chamber of Commerce. And this is year 5 for me, which it's hard to believe that I've been out of education now, going on 4 full years. So like Philip, I was in education for, it seemed like forever, but I taught in Mountain Home for 11 years before made a total career change during COVID and thought, let's try something new. So here I am. My husband Tobias works at the hospital, and then we've got 3 kids. Our daughter is a senior this year, and then we have a junior, and then one in 5th grade.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah.
I was going to say, you're going to be an empty nester soon, and then you said 5th grade, and I was like, no, you're not.
He's already claimed the siblings' rooms.
That
I think
makes
he's
sense.
ready to be an empty nester,
Yeah.
but you know.
Very good. Well, you guys have a lot to talk about draft day, and when I first seen that, I was like, what is draft day? So I'm just going to let you take it away. What do we have going on in March?
So, draft day began, I believe, in 2021. It's a career expo and job interview potentially. It began the Be Pro Be Proud Corporation organization. They have a trailer that travels around. Actually, they have 2 semi trucks that travel around the state. A lot of our kids have been exposed to the trailer, and it has heavy equipment simulators. It has, you know, all kinds of career and technical simulations that kids can be exposed to. Well, the same organization began draft day in 2021 in Jonesboro, and it steadily expanded. Last year it was in 8 locations. This year it's in 12.
Yeah,
and
we've got,
Mountain Home is finally on the docket, March the 4th at ASU Mountain Home. And they noticed that corporations and industries in the state and in multiple regions were having a hard time filling skill needs for employment.
Yeah.
And you know what I keep telling our students at the high school is this is not an anti-college organization. They are very much in favor of college, and a lot of times they will help with either tuition reimbursement, tuition assistance, sometimes outright paying for the college that they need if an employee has been loyal and they're willing to work for them, you know, for a certain amount of time.
Yeah. So you say we just joined this. So you got Springdale, Fort Smith, Russellville, Jonesboro, but Mountain Home is this is the
first ever North Central event.
Yeah.
I've tried for 2 years, and finally they said, okay, you can, if you'll leave us alone, we will let you be in. So
If you'll leave us
I reached
alone.
out to Dani when they said yes. I said, hey, we're gonna need some help.
It's kind of surprising because we have so many area businesses that work with ASU, so many things that you have joint ventured with.
Well, what's funny is Philip has been trying, but we were trying on our end too. Right. So this is actually through the state chamber. So the state chamber has helped with draft day, Be Pro, Be Proud. And this was something that we had been talking about at least for over a year on our end as well, about let's get an event up here. And they had reached out and they said, okay, we want to be in North Central Arkansas. We're leaning right now probably more towards Harrison. And then it's, nope.
Right.
And so you make phone calls. And that's what I think is my favorite part about this community is all it takes is one email, one phone call. And you have Dr. Wallace at the college and he's reaching out to Stetson Painter and Scott Flippo, anybody that would listen and say, hey, we need you to write a letter of support saying that Mountain Home needs to be the one to host this event. And here we are.
Very good. Well, right before we started, the event is for high school students.
Yes.
But you had mentioned something about homeschool.
Well, I believe that there have been some questions, can homeschool students attend? So I wanted to tell you guys, let me reach out to my contacts at our educational co-ops and find the information on that, and I'll email Scott, and then if you'll put that on your website or post to your Facebook page, we'll get that information out as well.
Okay. And then when you had posted on the Chamber Facebook page, somebody had asked, is it just for high school students?
And it is just for high school students. And so that's where the Chamber comes in, and our economic development organization is we're helping with the industry side. So we've got students from 23 schools in 11 counties right now coming to Mountain Home on March 4th. Well, we also need to make sure that we have employers for them to actually visit with and interview with. And so right now that's our push, is we're trying to get as many employers as possible to be able to come and set up a booth at the expo. And I've had employers tell me, I'm not really hiring right now. I don't know if this applies to me, and it's absolutely, it applies to you because we
just
want to
come tell them about it.
Right, we want to expose these kids because you're talking about students from Deer, Mount Judy, all the way over to Independence County that may not have a clue that these businesses even exist.
Yeah.
And so let's expose them, let them know about the opportunities that are here.
Yeah.
And it's not just the students. I went and met with all of the career coaches that are in our co-ops, and a lot of them don't even know what companies are up here. So let's expose the people that are working with our students day in and day out to let them know what their opportunities are up here.
Yeah, it's good to have something like this. It's like you said, once you get outside your circle, you're surprised to see, I didn't even know that was there.
Right.
There's some businesses in Mountain Home that I didn't even know were here, and I've been here since 1993. So I don't know what I've been doing. I guess I've just been staying in the same little circle. Why you should attend: high skill, high wage jobs with incredible advancement paths that you can enter with a high school degree. So, and that's what some people don't realize as well, is that, they talk about college, but some of these you can just go right into right after high school.
Right. We all grew up in an era where we were all told you can't get a good job if you don't go to college, and that's no longer the case.
Yeah.
And it's okay to say you don't have to go to college. There are high wage, high demand jobs that our kids have skills for, and the way March 4th will work is there's a career expo in the morning, the first half of the day, for 10th, 11th, and 12th graders. Any student can attend, and then at lunch, 10th and 11th graders go back to campus. Seniors are fed lunch through Be Pro, Be Proud, through the state chamber, and then they embark on job interviews. And what I've tried to reiterate to our students is these aren't mock interviews. Some of these are job interviews. Some of these students will leave with job offers in hand if they have a good interview, because there is an age gap in which the baby boomers, my parents are retiring, and these corporations are trying to fill 2 or 3 shifts and can't do it, and they would love to be able to hire skilled individuals to fill those spots.
Yeah. So I would say dress nice.
We're going to go through there are 3 or multiple workshops we have to go through. The do's and don'ts, questions you should ask, questions you shouldn't ask, and what you should wear.
Okay. Not shorts and a t-shirt.
Correct.
I can guarantee you that. What we have here: problem identified. Right now, hundreds of thousands of jobs in construction, manufacturing, transportation, and utility industries are unfilled across the U.S. Meanwhile, outstanding college student loans reached an all-time high of $1.41 trillion in 2019. While four-year college educations are viable for some, students and parents must understand there are many paths to successful and rewarding career. There's currently a wealth of technical professions with entrepreneurial opportunity, fast growth, and rewarding salaries in many industries across the U.S. And solved. Be Pro, Be Proud was born out of the need to illuminate opportunities for students and technical job seekers. Be Pro, Be Proud. What's that? Is that?
That's the organization that works with the state chamber. They
Okay.
operate the 2 semis, and they began with and actually they began kind of in the south. They've expanded they're from New Mexico all the way to Georgia as far as where they host these Be Pro, Be Proud days and simulation days. But they began draft day, and it began in Jonesboro.
Okay.
But the whole movement,
ahead.
like he was saying, so the semis, you can sit in there and you can drive a semi. There were the welding simulators, and I remember when I was still teaching, we exposed our junior high kids to it. And that way it prepared them when they got to the high school level. Maybe they wanted to take those agri classes or go to the tech center, just to expose them of what opportunities are up here in our area.
Which are a lot.
Yeah. But going back to what he was saying about our kids in those workshops, we aren't just going to throw these kids in there that day.
Right.
They are very specific on the Be Pro side of what the requirements are for the students before they even get to the Expo Center. A lot of people said, well, it's just a giant, career fair. It's more than that, because the students that are actually coming to this want to be there. Every school is not going to bring every single high school kid that they have.
Yeah.
They're going to bring kids that are actually interested in these companies and these positions. And then they do have to go through a resume writing class. They have to do interview skills, how to dress, how to act and behave. And we match the students ahead of time with the employers, so they don't go in blind to these interviews. They know exactly who they're going to be meeting with that day, so they go in prepared. Because nothing's worse than to set these kids up to fail, and that's the last thing that we want to do. And we don't want to waste employer time. So that's our big push to our employers, is letting them know, look, the kids that are going to be in front of you that day really are interested in what you have to say, and they're really interested about potentially working for you.
So there'll be employers that are there just to showcase the job.
Absolutely.
But then there'll be other ones that are actually looking to hire people.
Absolutely. Even the city of Mountain Home, they've signed up to have a booth just to expose students to the opportunities that are right here in Mountain Home in the city. Our heavy equipment operators, they're going to bring some heavy equipment out there to show students what they would have the opportunity to work with. So it's thinking outside the box with the amount of careers and jobs that are here. To where our students don't have to leave. They don't have to leave Mountain Home anymore to have a successful career. Even when I was teaching, I had a couple students that I will never forget when I was teaching chemistry, and they hated my class. And, they told me, I'm not going to college. I'm never going to use this. I don't need it. And they said, we're going to graduate, and we're going to make way more than you will ever make. And by God, they are, and they're right here in Mountain Home, and I love it. I love to see that they have been so successful, and I think it goes back to just what we were told and how we were raised, that you got to go to college. Well, now I'm swimming in student loan debt till the day I die at this point, and if we can eliminate that for some of our students, why not?
Yeah, I've got my fair share too. That's no good. Well, and when I was in high school, I worked for my dad at his car lot detailing cars, and then I started selling them, and I enjoyed doing it. But he still was, you need to go to college, and I'll help you with that. And so I did, and I didn't finish. I went a year and a half, and I was so successful selling cars that I was like, this is what I'm going to continue to do. So did I need to go? I was glad I went. It was speech class. I hated speech in high school, but I actually enjoyed it in college, and it helped me even better talk to people. And so, look at me now. Well, TV show. Never thought I'd do that. But, these are the things that you're in high school, you don't know what to do. Do I go to college? Do I go to technical? But you can visit this draft day and find out the different businesses are out there and the different jobs that you can have. You've got this list here of different jobs that you can have. Automation and robotics, and what the top 10% make and the average, and CAD and CAM drafter, carpenter construction, commercial truck driver. Some of these things you can do right here.
Correct. And what makes it nice is you can now, through the tech center, you can get your CDL. You can do, truck driver. You can do the megatronics program. And that's what's so nice about this area. And we're excited to expose a lot of these students to not just Mountain Home, but to ASU Mountain Home. Mm-hmm. A lot of them have never even been on campus. So they don't have the knowledge of what is available to them, or the tech center. So we're excited just to be able to expose them to that too.
That's what this is all about. Philip, what got you into education? Let's go back to your graduating high school. I mean, this is
Well, I wasn't sure what I wanted to do,
Yeah.
and I thought I wanted to be a wildlife biologist, and biology did not like me. But I loved
It
history, and I
happens.
started taking some courses, and I started volunteer coaching at some high schools around Conway, and I fell in love with that. Love history, and I taught that for 17 years.
Yeah. But see, you started out thinking one thing and another.
And shifted gears. And that's what I've tried to, really hammer home to our students is some of these kids have skills that they can use that they aren't aware of.
Yeah.
We heard from a representative from the poultry industry, and this is going to sound funny to a lot of the people that didn't grow up in the digital age, but the poultry industry needs people with robotics and the computer automation skills, because since they cannot hire enough people to debone chicken, they are paying people that can operate what looks like an Xbox controller to debone chicken using computer automation. So these kids in robotics that think they need to go to college but they don't know what they want to do with a computer degree, they can work right now in a they need people now because they can't fill all these shifts, and people always need to eat. And so I spoke with a student that said, I'm going to go to college and get a degree in computers. I said, to do what? He goes, I don't know. And I told him about this, and he said, are you serious?
I know,
that
right?
would be great.
Right
He needs
there,
to know
a
nothing
light
about
bulb.
agriculture,
Yeah.
and he's nothing about poultry.
Yeah.
He needs no computer
But he
automation.
can
He has
game.
those skills.
Yeah.
He can game.
I mean, you talk about ASU Mountain Home having esports, and they're going to college for other things as well. But I mean, the skills.
And there's scholarships for that.
Yeah.
And that's what.
Yeah.
And that's a world I know nothing about, but these kids could jump right in and be successful now.
I'd never heard of that.
But
But you're right. It's getting harder and harder to fill positions, and so they're having to do some automation. But I mean, to also still have somebody working it, that's cool. That's I think some of these kids that do that in their spare time,
one of the neat
very
thing-
interested in it.
Yeah. One of the neat things we heard from multiple, we had a training in October in Little Rock. We heard from multiple industry representatives and a representative from the Trucking Association for the state. She said they're paying diesel tech, some of these corporations are paying diesel technicians over $100,000.
Yeah.
And someone with the technical skills to begin in that profession, if they will work for them for a couple of years, they will then pay for their diesel tech certification, which is not cheap. And then they have a job, a career that they love, that pays well, good benefits packages, and these kids don't have to try and figure out what they want. They have the skills now, and they have the want to.
Yeah, very good. Let's look at this second page, because when you're trying to think of what do I want to do with my life, and right now I have a daughter. She's about to graduate college. She's over at A-State in Jonesboro. And she was talking to Carla, and she still doesn't know what she wants to do.
Right.
And that we were telling her that's okay. She's 21 years old. It happens, But there are other opportunities that maybe she's not thinking about. Fiber optics, heavy equipment operator. You had mentioned that. Lineman. I mean, you go to lineman school, you can make good money doing that. Machinist, plumber, tool and die maker, welder. Now, maybe this isn't something for her, but going to these expos like this, just it opens up your eyes to what's out there. I hope she figures out what she wants to do, but it's okay. Find something to fill the gap for now.
Yeah.
And this is going to be really good for the kids. It's 7:43.
Yep.
Should we have taken a break earlier?
No,
Nah,
we're
it's
good.
fine.
We're
All
good.
right.
We're on track.
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back with more.
The best in Mexican dining, Letty's in Gassville. Voted numerous times as the best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area. Come out for delicious breakfast served all day, or enjoy an authentic Mexican lunch or dinner. $1.49 tacos on Thursday, 10% discount for seniors every day. No time? Call Letty's and have your to-go order waiting for you. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties, weddings, holidays, or big events. The best Mexican restaurant in the Twin Lakes area, Letty's in Gassville.
Well, folks, have you been trout fishing before?
Not since I was a little kid.
You'll do fine.
Hey, what are you doing?
Aren't you coming along?
See you downriver.
How do you start this motor? I've never been in a boat before.
See you downriver.
Well, folks, have you sold a house before?
Yeah, about 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you'll be okay then.
You sure?
Where are you going?
See you at the closing.
Hey!
At the closing.
We should have called the Z team.
When the acres add up, so does the work. The Kubota LO2 series is ready for it. Part of the #1 rated tractor brand for durability and owner experience, it features powerful, dependable Kubota diesel engines, performance-matched attachments, and the versatility to get the job done right.
For all your Kubota needs, visit Ozarks Farm and Lawn in Mountain Home. Your senior healthcare specialist is VACO Insurance in Mountain Home. Retired law enforcement and disabled veteran owner Frank VACO and staff can help you with all your insurance needs. VACO Insurance provides coverage for most carriers in the area, such as Medicare, Affordable Care Act, individual, or any other health or life insurance options. With over 13 years experience and agents in multiple areas and locations throughout northern Arkansas and southern Missouri, VACO Insurance is the right choice to handle all your insurance needs. That's VACO Insurance, located in Mountain Home.
For all things glass, contact the professionals at Clear Results Glass in Mountain Home. Whether you're needing a rock chip repair or a full windshield replacement, Clear Results Glass can take care of all of your automotive glass needs with fast turnarounds at competitive prices. They service business and residential customers and can custom cut any glass or provide you with the right fit for your home windows, sliding doors, commercial glass, or even a frameless shower enclosure. Contact Clear Results Glass today for a quote or to schedule your next glass project. That's Clear Results Glass, located in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detail services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care in Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Visiting with Philip Goodwin, the assistant principal of Mountain Home High School, and Dani Pugsley, the Mountain Home Area Chamber of Commerce president. And we covered a lot during the break. I mean, but one of your slides here, you got 44% of average entry level salaries for open positions are between 31 and 50,000. High wage jobs are available. 2 and 3 parents feel a career requiring a technical skill is not for their child. Now, I'm going to stop there because that led into, other things like manufacturing, and people think that's dirty, and it's not. Like Baxter, it's, what'd you say, it was a clean environment. It was a
sterile
environment. But you've got all these machines in there that they need people to work on because sometimes they break down. But that takes a technical skill. Our college it's no longer just a community college. I mean, it's so much more than that. The technical college, as Dr. Wallace would say, that is college. You are going to college, even though they say it's technical. You're still at ASU Mountain Home. Right. I mean, there's no telling what else that will lead into if you go into that position. Learning how to weld. And you were talking about somebody going to the pipeline. Right. You get that training and experience here, and then who knows where else it'll lead out to. Right. And so my brother, when we lived in Idaho, he went to a Job Corps, which is basically a technical college, to learn bricklaying, and that's what he went into. But that led into other points of construction. So now he's building his own cabin with the knowledge he gained working construction for many years. He watched the electricians come in, so he knows how to do electrical on his own thing. He's not licensed, so let's not go there. But the plumbing, all of these things that lead into that. But we've got these big companies here, and the stigma that you had said about manufacturing.
It's not just manufacturing, it's all of it. It's everything from HVAC to plumbing to electrical work. whenever you have conversations with parents, and it's, well, what does your kid want to do when they graduate high school? And, it's, well, my kid wants to be a doctor. That's awesome. Well, my son wants to be an electrician. Oh, okay. It's, we have to do better as parents and educators and just as a society, as a whole, in changing that stigma to where these are great opportunities. These kids are going to have a job for life. And like you said, it's probably going to lead to something else. People complain to me all the time, we need houses. We need this, we need that. Well, guess what? It takes contractors. It takes, people to do this, and there's just not enough.
Yeah.
We don't have enough contractors here. A lot of times if you try to call a plumber or an electrician to get them out at your house, good luck getting them there the same day or within a couple days. It's a very, highly needed profession.
Yeah.
And there's so many, apprenticeship programs and opportunities that these employers are willing to provide and help with. They just need someone to say yes to them.
Yeah. When you're at school, do you have some of the kids that I'm not going to be a plumber? I'm not, because they think it's unclogging a toilet.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and there's this mentality that, well, you're going to be cold in the winter and hot in the summer, and it's not always the case. But I tell my kids, and I told them in my classroom, I can't get a plumber to come to my house for less than $75 or $100 just to walk in the door. They haven't diagnosed a problem. They have no labor charge yet. But there's good money to be made in skills that don't always require a college education.
Yeah. And you're not talking, people come in to fix a pipe or something, but there's huge construction jobs where you're indoors once it's in the dry and they're putting this stuff inside, and it's a clean environment. You're not hot, you're not cold because you're inside this big building, big manufacturing plant, and they get paid really well on those big jobs. My daughter's boyfriend, he's apprenticing now to be a plumber, and he's not going into houses fixing somebody's toilet. No, they're going all around the state to these big construction jobs. That's where he's apprenticing. He wants to do the big companies.
Look at the community center going up.
Yeah.
If you've had the opportunity to tour that tells you right then and there, the type of projects that are available with the plumbing and the electrical work, even pouring the concrete. It's just all the little details, and it took someone to do that. Someone had to have that skill and know what they were doing to make that happen. So when we've got students that are right here, and I've talked about it before with our workforce, Baxter County, with our median age of being 52, and 31% of our population is over the age of 65.
Yeah.
We need people to work. Our labor force participation rate, so that's anybody in the workforce between the ages of 18 and 65, it's only 48% in the entire county. It's one of the lowest in the state. We need people to go to work. And so this is a great opportunity for us to potentially put these kids to work.
Right.
And keep them here.
Right here, yeah.
Right here.
What at the school, do you have kids that talk about they want to leave the area? Because it seems more often than not they want to stay now. But
we have some. We have some that know they want to weld. They have the skills. They're ready to go. Maybe I think one wants to work in welding high rise. He's like, I know I have to go to a big city for that. And we have some that want to weld out west on, natural gas pipelines or whatever, what have you. But we have a lot that want to stay here. And for a long time you would hear kids say, well, I'm just going to go to ASU Mountain Home. And I've tried to remind kids, you're not settling. You're going to a good school that's going to get you the skills you need for a good job.
Oh, definitely. No, so I didn't think I'd ever go back to college, and you've heard me talk about this. And I did. I went back for graphic design, digital design. I wanted to learn how to use Photoshop and stuff like that to make ads for the job that I do, because social media is so prevalent now. And I wanted nice, clean content to put out there. Like your ad, I've got on the Mountain Home Chamber of Commerce right here, the draft day. This is graphic design. Somebody made this, in InDesign or Photoshop or wherever. So I went back to ASU Mountain Home because I knew that was the best place to learn. And that's Carla was telling me, you need to go back there. You can go on YouTube and stuff, but where do you start? And then you need a teacher to guide you and to show you things and to give you projects to do, because Mindy Fulcher, she had me do a layout like it was a magazine. And so I did mine, and then she come over and she said, try putting this here and this here and this here. And when I got done, I was like, that looks so much better. Well, if you're trying to do it on your own, you're not getting that feedback. You need the feedback, And I never thought I'd go back. So, fast forward to Kirsten. She gets a soccer scholarship to go over to Williams Baptist, and she misses home. I said, transfer right back over to ASU Mountain Home. To me, that is a college too. You can learn so much here. So she did, and didn't have to pay. There's so many scholarships and grants and stuff that there's no out of pocket here. In fact, she was getting some money back. But then, so she needed to continue on for the 4-year A-State. It's a program with A-State. Yep. She decided to go ahead and move back over to Jonesboro. She's at A-State. She's actually working at A-State now, going to college. There you go. I mean, yeah, the opportunities here. Don't think of Mountain Home, ASU Mountain Home, like it's a nothing college, because it's more than that.
Absolutely. And, with our kids at Mountain Home with the Promise Scholarship now, knowing that they're going to be able to go to school, it's not going to, other than, books, things like that, it's not going to cost you anything. Yeah. Knowing that they can take college classes while they're still in high school, expose these kids to everything they possibly can while they're still in high school, because they're going to figure out really quick that this is either for me or it's not. Our daughter did the White Coat program, and it was White Coat. She's interning at a clinic, and she volunteers in the emergency department. And so we figured pretty quick, she's either going to love this or she's going to hate this, and she loves it. Yeah. But I'm glad she's had these opportunities to be able to do that.
You're right. And you talk about the hospital. Kirsten was there maybe a week and a half, and she found out she didn't. And that's okay.
Yep,
she
okay.
Figured it out. But you were talking about at the break that the hospital will even do some tuition reimbursement if you sign a contract to work with them.
They will. Yeah. And, even while they're in high school, a lot of them, our kids are doing the CNA coursework. They're doing phlebotomy coursework. And because these aren't long programs. They can graduate and take the phlebotomy courses over the summer, and then they have a job. Yeah. Even while they're in school, and that's what our daughter's going to do. It's a great opportunity for her to have a job where she can have flexible hours that's not going to mess with her coursework.
Yeah, very good.
And that's one of the things about Draft Day that I'm really excited about is exposing these kids. Dani keeps using the word exposing them to all of these career fields. A lot of these students aren't aware that a corporation they never even would have considered has the need for their skill. Maybe it's welding, maybe it's HVAC, maybe it's electrical or plumbing, and they want to do this, but they never even thought about working for this corporation or that corporation. And so exposing them to the fact that all of these companies have needs that run a major spectrum of skills gives them the opportunity to say, hey, listen, I might stay here and work and raise my family.
Yeah. So we got just about a minute and a half left. When are you going to start prepping the kids and getting them ready for this?
So before Christmas break, I met with every senior English class, and we looked at the same PowerPoint we've been looking at today. The registration link was there. It's been posted to all of their Canvas pages. Now my appeal is to parents, please encourage your child to register. The next steps for us are going to be working on setting up a LinkedIn profile, which they can use in their career for years. Building resumes, mock interviews, some aptitude assessments so that they can then be paired with these employers for the interview process. So that's going to be about the next 7 weeks. You're going to be fast and furious because March 4th will be here very, very soon.
Oh, time flies when you're having fun. Dani, you can go, the Mountain Home Area Chamber of Commerce has it pinned to the top of your page.
We do, and so they can also give us a call at the chamber, 425-5111, or email me. Any business that is interested in having a booth. There is a nominal fee, but again, we want to remind everybody that the money, it's not going to the Mountain Home Chamber. All of this money goes back to the state chamber. Be pro, be proud to these events. But we are trying to encourage all of our companies within this 11 county radius. And it can be everything from a small HVAC company. You may only have 3 employees. Well, again, if you see the potential to grow, or you might be hiring somebody else, definitely set up a booth.
Yeah.
Have somebody come and have these kids be able to come and talk to you.
Yeah. And then get them young so you can train them the way you want to.
Absolutely. It's funny you say that, but if you talk to Brian Littleton at Little Bees, and that's definitely his philosophy when it comes to servers, get them while they're younger because he can train them to do exactly what he needs them to do.
Very good.
They don't come with bad habits. That's what he says.
What are you talking about? Thank you for joining us this morning.
Thank you for
having us.
y'all enjoy snow apocalypse.
Snowmageddon.
No,
Yeah.
thank you. I'm staying in.
Yeah. Y'all be safe out there, and if you can, stay home tomorrow. Bundle up if you have to go outside. Drive real slow. Have a good day.